How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Helps a ton, means a lot, and you guys get plenty of fun stuff coming straight to you here on YouTube, so I call that a win-win for everybody. So, you already know what we're talking about from the title and the thumbnail. We're talking about all the curse tools in Jujutsu Kaisen. We're going to start off first with not the first one in the manga, because that hasn't been animated yet. That was from the prequel. We're going to use Slaughter Demon as our jumping off point. First one ever animated, given to Yuji. It is a very base way to start off curse tools and their introduction into the series, because it's literally just a dagger imbued with cursed energy. It is not imbued with any technique, nothing like that. It just allows you to exercise demons with raw power, or just cutting them. That's really it. It was actually originally owned by Maki and given to Gojo, who then gave it to Yuji, which it then broke, and Yuji did not even know that it was Maki's. So, yeah, it's just gone now, which is kind of okay because, well, as far as curse tools go, as you will see, it doesn't really measure up to everything else we're going to talk about. And, well, to put it really plain and simply, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next one, being Playful Cloud, which is basically the Slaughter Demon's big brother, in the fact that it's the same as Slaughter Demon in the fact that it has no cursed technique. It is just pure cursed energy and raw power, but it has so much raw power that it is special grade. In fact, it is the only curse tool that is special grade that does not have a cursed technique. That is pretty nuts, if we're being honest. It has also been used by not only Maki, also Megumi, Todo, and Toji. So that's, 4 people that have used this thing, and they've all used it to pretty good effectiveness. Unfortunately, I don't know if we're ever going to see it again, because Toji Zenin kind of like just mangled it in the Shibuya incident arc. Granted, it's now just a lot sharper, and you could probably still use it to kill people with, but I don't know if anybody knows where it is anymore after all that chaos. So, unfortunately, we might not see Playful Cloud again, although I hope it does show up somewhere. Now that we got both those out of the way, we can go back to the very first one ever introduced in the series. This was back during the prequel chapters in the manga. This is Black Rope. It was woven over several decades by Miguel's clan in Africa, and it can disrupt curse techniques upon impact. So basically, you just whip it at somebody, hit them with it. It, 1, not only hurts because it's a whip, 2, completely disrupts their curse technique. And it was actually used against Gojo in the prequel, but it has a similar effect to another curse tool we're going to talk about, but considering Gojo kind of just annihilated it and destroyed it to where it doesn't exist anymore, I'd say it's kind of the inferior version. Not only because it doesn't seem to be as effective, but also because every time you use the black rope, it starts to burn away a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. That's kind of why Gojo destroyed it, because, well, I just kept whipping him with it, and he just like, nope, 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 nope. So, I mean, not really his fault if we're going to be honest. Just saying. So, considering we are talking about the black rope, might as well move on to the inverted spear of heaven, which I was just talking about, the superior version to the black rope's inferior version. The inverted spear of heaven basically does the exact same thing as the black rope. It disrupts curse techniques, but it's 100% if it comes into contact with a curse technique, it will shut it down. It was used to stab Gojo in the throat and almost kill him. So yeah, it's kind of a big deal. The only person we ever saw use this, who is the person who did that, if you were unaware, was Toji Zenin himself, and he actually connected this to the end of our next curse tool, which we will get to in just a second. But real quick before I say that, we also don't know where this is. It's assumed that Gojo sealed it away overseas, or just destroyed it, or did something with it. Nobody really knows, which is unfortunate because, once again, this thing is kind of super powerful. But, like I said, with Toji connecting the inverted spear of heaven to the next curse tool on the list, we were talking about the chain of 1,000 miles. This thing is kind of ridiculous if you ask me, because it's a metal chain, but if you keep one end of it hidden, it can stretch and just keep extending indefinitely. Just more and more chain. Just piling up. Farther and farther and farther. Just keep it in your backpack. There you go. And just throw the other end out. It just keeps on going and going and going and going. Infinite chain. That's pretty cool. And like I said, Toji connected the inverted spear of heaven to the end of one end of this chain. So he basically has one of the strongest curse tools on the end of a chain that can be literally as long as he wants or needs it to be. That's pretty awesome and probably the most powerful Kusarigama I've ever seen in my life. So yeah, that's pretty dope. I kind of want to see this thing come back. Next on the list, however, we have the Sword of Extermination. Yeah, tell me that doesn't sound awesome. This is actually the sword that is connected to Maharaga, or the strongest Shikigami, the one that Megumi hasn't conquered yet, the one he summoned that Sukuna fought. It is simply a double-edged sword that is enveloped with cursed energy, basically the opposite of negative energy, very similar to reverse cursed energy, with the fact that it being enveloped in positive energy means it is extremely effective against curses and anything that is basically made up of cursed energy. The only reason it didn't really mess up Sukuna when they fought is because Sukuna is inside of Yuji's body, meaning he's not entirely cursed energy. If he was entirely cursed energy, that thing would have kind of wrecked him a little bit. Just a wee bit. But it also helps that it's wielded by Maharaga. If you give this thing to a 10-year-old and tell him to swing it at Sukuna, it's probably not going to mess him up that bad, even if he is just cursed energy. Because, well, it's a 10-year-old, not Maharaga swinging the thing around. So it is still technically a curse tool, but nobody else is really going to get their hands on this thing. It's pretty much stuck to that guy's arm, and it's probably not going anywhere if you ask me, and probably if you ask him to. So, with that being said, moving on to our very last one, and I love this one, not only because it's cool, not only because it's a sword, but also because I said something cool was coming out of Juzo Kumiya's workshop, and I was right. So, this thing is dope. And it's also dope because it's got a dope name. It's called Dragon Bone. And it's also awesome because Maki is the one who revealed it. So, yeah, this thing has just like 5-star written across the board for so many different reasons in my eyes. Maybe a little biased, but I don't care. Anyway, this thing is Juzo's absolute masterpiece because it is a sword that accumulates and absorbs not only cursed energy along the blade, but also physical impacts, stores them up, and can unleash them out of 3 holes on the back of the blade, making it way faster and way more powerful. And this doesn't just happen when it hits a certain point. No, it's completely at the user's will. So anytime you block, swing, hit, anything, you can just swing it faster and swing it stronger just because of that. My god, I wish I could have seen Toji Zenin use this thing, but seeing Maki use it too, pretty dope, not gonna lie. Because she already has the heavenly restriction that makes her stronger and faster than most people. So give her a sword that can be swung harder and faster than most swords. Yeah, that's a double positive right there. You're not supposed to do double negatives, but double positives, we'll take those all day. That's all I got for Dragon Bone. That's all I got for the curse tools. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I had fun looking at all these, writing them all down, thinking about all of them, discussing them. It was a great time. I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, like I said, hit that like and subscribe. And I'm out. I'll see you next time.